Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're covering a deeply tragic story out of Washington State, one that has shocked an entire community and left people across the nation heartbroken. This is the story of Travis Decker, a father accused of committing the unthinkable crime of killing his own 3 daughters. After months on the run, authorities now believe they have finally located his remains in a remote wooded area. Let's walk through what happened, what investigators discovered, and the questions this tragedy has raised about safety, mental health, and the justice system. The case begins with 32-year-old Travis Decker, a military veteran and member of the National Guard. His ex-wife, Whitney Decker, had primary custody of their 3 daughters, year-old Payteen, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 5-year-old Olivia. Whitney and Travis had been married for 7 years before divorcing several years ago. According to court records, their parenting plan required Travis to attend mental health treatment and domestic violence, anger management counseling. But documents show he never followed through. In fact, he even refused to sign the plan. In early June, tragedy struck. The girls had been scheduled to spend a visitation with their father. But when Travis failed to return them at the agreed time, Whitney tried calling him. There was no answer. Worried, she immediately contacted police. A search began. Days later, on June 2nd, authorities made the horrific discovery near a remote campground, about 130 miles east of Seattle. The 3 sisters, Evelyn, Payteen, and Olivia, were found dead. Investigators revealed that the children had been zip-tied and had plastic bags placed over their heads. A preliminary medical examination concluded they most likely died from asphyxiation. Nearby, police located Travis Decker's abandoned white pickup truck. On the tailgate, they spotted 2 bloody handprints. Inside the vehicle, more evidence was found linking him to the crime. This discovery triggered a full-scale manhunt. For weeks, law enforcement officers, U.S. Marshals, and local volunteers scoured the rugged terrain of Chelan County. Helicopters were deployed, K-9 units tracked trails. At one point, a hiking group reported spotting a man in the wilderness who seemed unprepared for the weather and appeared to be avoiding others. A helicopter confirmed the sighting, and search dogs tracked the man's trail to a nearby trailhead. Authorities strongly believed it was Travis Decker, but once again he managed to slip away. As time went on, officials began to doubt whether Decker was still alive. 3 weeks into the search, the Chelan County Sheriff's Office released a statement suggesting the likelihood of his survival was decreasing by the day. Resources were shifted from capturing him alive to instead searching for his remains. That suspicion proved correct. More than 3 months after the tragedy, in September, search teams discovered human remains in a heavily wooded area south of the town of Leavenworth. Based on location and preliminary findings, investigators strongly believe these remains belong to Travis Decker. Final confirmation will come after DNA testing. Meanwhile, the community continues to mourn the loss of 3 young lives. Thousands attended vigils in memory of Evelyn, Payteen, and Olivia. In late June, their mother, Whitney Decker, spoke publicly for the first time since their deaths. Through tears, she told the crowd they were incredible. "I truly hope that the legacy of the girls' lives lives in everyone's heart." Her words resonated deeply with everyone present. Narrator. But Whitney also raised tough questions about the system meant to protect children. She called for reforms to the Amber Alert program. When the girls were first reported missing, local police requested an Amber Alert. But the Washington State Patrol, which manages the program, declined, saying the case did not meet the strict federal criteria. Instead, a different type of alert was sent out the following day. Officials insisted it accomplished much the same public notification as an Amber Alert. But for Whitney and many in the community, it wasn't enough. They believe a faster and louder alert might have made a difference. The story of Travis Decker leaves behind so many painful questions. How did a father, once trusted with the care of his daughters, reach a point where he could commit such an unthinkable act? Should more have been done when he refused mental health treatment and anger management counseling? Could earlier intervention have prevented this tragedy? And finally, how can the system better protect children in dangerous custody situations? As DNA testing confirms the final chapter of this case, one thing is clear: 3 innocent girls had their lives stolen far too soon. Evelyn, Payteen, and Olivia will never be forgotten. What do you think needs to change to stop tragedies like this from happening again? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you found this video informative, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more stories and updates. Thank you for watching. And may the memory of these three young sisters live on forever.